Hello Virgo, thank you for tuning in to your love read. For the main read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. I don't know if you can see the whole box there. And for the supportive oracle cards, the Angel Answers oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Now, what are we doing here? Them. Okay, so this is your partner. We're going with the partner's cards first. 6 for them, 6 for you. Stop. Okay. Now, definitely want to have... I already shuffled these. Stop. Okay, now... Alright, so what's going on here? Something... This is you and your partner. At the moment, it seems like your partner... I feel like they're not with you at the moment in some respect. Now, what are we talking about here? Because you seem to be holding it together. You have strength, and they seem to be moving forward. They seem to be leaving the situation. We might revisit this because that's all I seem to be getting with that. Like, they seem to be leaving, but you seem to be holding strong, kind of like holding the fort down. Now, is this the same? Partially. This is what's kind of moving you on from this, because you seem to be taking the initiative to get things moving. Swords are typically air for me, but clearly, in this deck, if you can't see all that fire, I mean, not for nothing, fire is an action situation, and they have like a wolf feel to it. What is going on? Because I feel like your partner is making a decision, but you're carrying it out. And your partner, like, I don't know, I feel like they're considering moving on from something. I'm not convinced it's the relationship, but I feel like, because I see longevity going on here, so I don't feel like it's you they're moving on from, but something didn't work out. Something that they're moving on from because they don't want to deal with it anymore. And you're holding strong, but they're making some decision to move on from it, to let it go. Or they don't want to talk about it. I feel like they don't want to deal with it anymore. They're trying to move on from it. And you're trying to honor that. It seems like you're trying to honor that, but there's an issue here. Whatever this is, it seems like it's pretty deep. Now, as we go forward, is this true? So far. I'm worried that this is going to go awry at some point. Because on your partner's side, they have the Hierophant. I swear, almost every reading I do with these cards, that Hierophant card pops up. It's my least favorite card in this deck. Only because it looks so weird to me. It looks so much like the Devil card to me. And then you got the, on your side, you have the Eight of Cups, which you're considering letting it go. I feel like whatever your partner seems to be trying to move on from, you try to, but you're Virgo, so Virgo doesn't usually let go just on a moment's notice. It takes a bit for them to release something. And you're trying to let it go. Whatever it is, you're trying to let it go. And your partner's feeling kind of like they're thankful that you are where you are, but they're upset because you're not letting it go. Because like they seem like they're in between the two. Like they seem to be acknowledging that it's going to take a bit, but they're feeling like hindered that it's holding on, but also like it's a gift that you are moving on slowly. The fact that you're actually moving on from it, they're feeling is the gift. The fact that it's taken a while, they feel is the whip there. Okay. Now, whatever this is. Now, what is it? Is it your relationship? It's not your relationship, but it's something clearly that's important to the both of you. But it's not your relationship. I'm not getting that it's the relationship. What I'm getting here is there's a history to this situation that they're trying to let go. There is quite the history here. I'm really not getting the sense of loss. I'm getting the sense of moving on. So I don't feel like you physically lost something, but I feel like you're moving on from something. And your partner at the very least has a very deep connection to this situation. There's a lot of history to it. Are you moving? No, I'm not getting like you're moving, like you're moving residence. I'm not getting that. I mean, clearly it's a general read. It's possible, but I'm not getting that's not the energy I'm feeling with this. It's really connected to your partner, though. They want to let go of it. They want to move on. You're trying to honor this. But you do have some stake in it, too, and I'm wondering if you just have stake in it because of your connection with your partner. Because it seems like you have ownership through your partner. You take care of something because it means something to your partner. There's a connection through your partner with this. It seems very mysterious to me because I'm not understanding what exactly we're talking about. I know we're not talking about your relationship with your partner. But it's like they're moving on from something. And I almost feel like you want them to move on from something. Because it seems to be this is moving in a weird direction. Is this just you not believing it's over? Is that what we're actually talking about? They're moving on from something, from their past. You want them to. Is that true? Okay. You're not believing it's completely over. I feel like that's what this card's actually saying. Like, the traditional meaning is one thing, but what I'm getting is like you're looking at this situation, like this person looking at this table, and they're like, is this done? Like, are we going to move on from this? I feel like your partner's in the beginning here saying they're moving on, and they're being very forceful about that, and you want to believe it, and you're going forward as if that's the case, but you know they're still tied to it, and you're seeing it, and you're addressing that internally with yourself. I don't feel like you're pushing it back towards them, though. You're paying attention here. You got the Queen of Swords, so this is your spiritual sense. You're aware that, you're thinking this through. You're like, all right, it's taking some time, but, progress is progress. Progress is better than stagnation. Progress is better than regress. So I feel like that's kind of how you're viewing it. But I feel like your partner's trying to make this happen quick. Your partner's trying to make it move fast. You're seeing it in a different light. You're like, this is not going to happen in 2 seconds. There's no way. And you seem very stable. Okay, I think we're getting a better picture of what's going on. This situation, you're holding on. They're letting go of something. They're trying to. They're being very animate that they're gonna, like, it's done. Done is done. And you're going forward like, okay, I'm gonna act like it is done. I feel like that's what it is. You get the protective wolf energy on this is what I'm feeling, like a mother wolf. Like, you know what? That's what you're saying. Then that's what we're gonna go forward as. I'm gonna go forward as if I believe that. But meanwhile, deep down, you're like, that's not possible. It's going to take some time. It's just not possible. They're pushing forward, like they're trying to, and I feel like you're looking at it this way, like they're honestly trying to, and you're looking at it like they believe they can. But you're like, that's not going to happen. That's just not possible. You're looking forward to the long run. You got the Queen of Swords with this Eight of Pentacles. Like you're seeing it for what it is. You're like, you know what? I understand my partner has best intentions, wants to let go of it like that, but you're seeing a different reality here. You don't want to stunt growth. You don't want to stop progress. So you're going along with it because you know they believe what they're saying to you. You just don't believe it's going to work out that way. Are we good? Okay. So that's what's going on here. Now, whatever the situation is, what makes it better, your partner has the King of Cups on their side for you. So I feel like they're very loving and very attached to you. They seem to be going in a conducive way for you. What's helping you go forward, oddly enough, is the Three of Swords. You're aware of the heartbreak here. You're aware that there's a problem there. Even if they're not dealing with it, you're aware that it's going to take some time for this to really thaw out. You also have this card with yours, with your Three of Swords, a year from now, which basically means it doesn't have to be literal like a year, but at the very least you're looking at it like this is going to take a bit of time before this is really moved on. And I feel like that's how you're looking at it. And it's weird because even though the Three of Swords, like people usually get upset when they see that in their readings because they're like, oh, that means I'm going to have heartbreak or blah, blah, blah. I feel like you're acknowledging it because it's a helpful thing in your sense. You're acknowledging that your partner is going through something, even though they seem to be going through willy-nilly, kind of like not seeing the situation for what it is, and they still have to deal with it. I feel like you're looking at it like there's going to be relapses. There's going to be relapses. It's going to take a while, and you're seeing it, this is going to happen to your partner. They may be all lovey-dovey, and they're all same page as you are, but you're seeing this like there's going to be relapses. There's going to be problems. There's just no way through it. And you're preparing for it. You're preparing for it. So you're kind of like setting up the situation that, all right, when I see it coming, I'm going to do this and that to make sure, you know, I can help my partner. I can give them a position of strength to stand on so they can move through this. That way it doesn't hold on any longer than it has to. I'll acknowledge it where necessary, or I'll try to set up things where they don't have to be so upset about it. Things will just be cohesive with the situation to help it heal and keep moving in a positive direction. I'm getting like a supportive player, like just having that eye out, because you know, I feel like you're more upset in the sense of like, you know, your partner's going to go through these things. Like it's not going to be just said and done. It's just not possible. And you're planning ahead, possibly for a few times, maybe up to 3 or more, where you're expecting this to relapse and have problems, and you're preparing ahead to protect your partner, to help them move through, to help them heal. I feel like we got to the point we needed to on that. It took a minute, because I feel like when we first started this off, I don't feel like it was going in the right direction, but then when it came back and it like clicked in there, it feels like you're more in the protective, you got more of that protective wolf energy, the mother wolf energy going on here, be you male or female, whatever you may be. It's an energy, it's a protective energy is what I'm saying here, because I'm also noticing the wolf on the King of Swords for your partner, because I feel like you're that protective wolf. Your partner says, I'm done, it's fine, moving on. And they're like acting like it is, and they're believing, you're seeing them believe that they think a situation is finished. But you're like, it's just not how it works. You're just kind of like, that's just not how it works. But you don't want to stunt growth, you don't want to stunt progress, so you're like, all right, I'll go through like that's the way it is, because I know that they believe that. But I'm going to prepare for this, because you see the heartbreak coming, and you know it's going to take a while for this to truly iron out. All right? All right, I feel like we're good with that. All right, so Virgo relationship, that's where you are with that. Then we go to Virgo singles. Let's do Virgo singles. Empowering messages for Virgo singles to help them move forward in a way that benefits them, that helps them, gives them clarity, gives them something to center on, to make what they want happen in their lives. Or if there's other people watching that want to understand what's going on with a Virgo, empowering information for them to understand what's actually happening, so they can support this person. Okay. Virgo, what's going on with Virgo? Now this is Virgo single. We got a bit of, stop, okay. We got a bit of Pentacle energy, so for Virgo, we have 3 cards that are Pentacle. So I suppose that's not like a small amount, but still. You've got, these are cups, you got swords, I think you got everything going on here. Okay. That's it? Okay. Now, alright, so this is very cohesive in my opinion. Where you're standing, where your thoughts are. You're standing in a very protective mode. Your thoughts, like you're sitting on what you're thinking. You're not acting on it, you're thinking about what you're feeling. So there's not a lot of action going here where you're currently standing. You're more in a protective mode. I guess we have to see like the why if we keep going forward. Now, my first thought to go is here, because you have the Fool in your environment. which I typically don't see as a bad card. But I'm feeling like this is one of the reasons, or if not the reason, you're having this protective energy, because you're seeing the Fool as just a fool. It's like they're a little bit too optimistic, a little bit too unorganized, maybe. Not a lot of planning going on here, maybe. It's a general read, so we have to go with whatever fits for you, but you're not thinking there's a lot of stability here, and I don't think you like it. You're just seeing like fancy-free, irrational decisions. It's kind of what I'm seeing you're looking like, somebody just doing things on a whim. And I don't think you're liking that because you're not seeing stability, you're not seeing commitment there. Now, your overall energy, which is very conducive in my opinion with the holding back and the Four of Cups here, sitting on it, thinking about it. You're really thinking it over because there is an attraction there, is. But you're like, I don't know if that's just a train wreck waiting to happen. Your overall energy is the Hermit with the you're ready. So you're thinking about it, you're looking for like some clues here. You're looking for some hope that this could actually be more than it is. Because you're thinking this isn't a good idea. You have the Page of Wands, which in this deck is, you notice he's listening to birds, even though we're just going to go with, because I feel like you're listening, you're actively listening. You're listening, trying to find out, because currently, with the Page of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords, which is feeling like this is not gonna work. You're feeling it's not gonna work, but you are keeping your ear out. You're still holding on to hope. You're still looking for it, and you want a relationship, and you want something stable. I feel like that's what the You're Ready is about. You want something stable, and you're looking for that hope that this person can be that one. Okay. Now, this little thing going on here, this is interesting. You got the King of Wands in your past. The bottom, the root of the situation is the Queen of Pentacles. The future is the Page of Pentacles, which I don't know if this is coming across correctly the way you're viewing it on that side, but the Page of Pentacles is the future. And I feel like these two are kind of together with the root of the situation plus the history of the situation. This person, I don't get a bad energy with them. I just feel like you're not conducive with the way they work, because it seems like they move quick. They might be a little bit impulsive, which isn't a bad thing, but it might not be something you're looking for. Just might not be what you're looking for. And I feel like you might be looking at it in that sense. Like, there's nothing wrong with that person and the way they live their life. That's great. But I don't think I can live my life that way. And if we're going to be kind of conducive, I think that's going to be more of a problem than anything else. But you're feeling for this person, and you're trying to find like a way around it. I feel like you're looking at it. You've been looking for a while. I don't think this is new. And I feel like your attachment currently is probably more of the Mother of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You've got some definite emotions here going on, but it goes down. It's like it's downgraded to the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're moving on from this situation because it's not the person. It's just how they are. It's who they are. It's not like who they are like respectable wise. Like, I don't feel like you have a problem with them in a moral sense. I just feel like the way they live their life, it's just not for you. So you're downgrading your connection. Like, as time goes on, you're just pulling back and you're just moving on from the thought of them being in your life as a partner. I see this more going forward in the future. Your final card for this situation is the Six of Cups, where it just becomes a memory. Like, you considered it at one time, but I do feel like you're slowly weaning yourself off from this person, and you're just putting it in the past. I feel like that's what it's saying here with the Six of Cups. You're going to put it in the past. You're closing the chapter. Closing the book on this chapter, if that makes sense. You're like, this isn't going to work. This person's very optimistic and fun, but I just feel like in a long-term life goal, for what you're looking for, they're just not matching, and you're seeing it for what it is. Alright. So I feel like we came to that quite quickly. It's just basically explaining the situation and why you're holding back and why you're moving on. Even though you have the emotions there for it, you're downgrading it. And then you're downgrading it again. Like you're taking steps to move on from it. Because I feel like this person means something to you. Like there's emotional connection there. I feel like I want to call this the Mother of Pentacles in the sense of like you have a very, you want to take care of this person, you want to be a part of their life, you do want to do that, but you're seeing how this isn't matching. So you're stepping back and you're pulling back and you're downgrading it to like the Page of Pentacles where you're just kind of listening and communicating, you're not as involved as you were before. And then you're even downgrading that farther to make it just memory where, you know, you come across each other every now and then, but that's pretty much all it is. It's just you're not as involved as you were in the past with their life. Okay. Done? Okay. Alright, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.